thank you, Lord, for today you've given. We thank you for an opportunity tonight to meet, discuss, and guide the business of this city. We ask for your guidance and your presence in our meeting tonight, that your will be done. In Jesus' name.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, this time could we please have roll call?
Mayor Gary Moore.
Present.
City Attorney Darren Rice.
Here.
Alderman Terry Stahl.
Here.
Alderman Alan Marsh.
Here.
Alderman Cheryl Eckleberry. Here. Alderman Eugene McGill.
Present.
Alderman Bruce McKibben.
Here.
Alderman Clifford Reaver.
Here.
Alderman Dewey Eckleberry.
Here.
And Alderman Cody Atterbury is absent.
We have a quorum, so we continue on with the meeting. The next would be the approval of the minutes from the last council meeting. Everyone's had a chance to review those meetings. Any changes to those minutes? If none, is there a motion to approve the minutes as they are?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
We have a motion by Alderman Stahl, a second by Alderman McGill, or Marsh, which one? Marsh, okay. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. Does anyone wish to abstain? The minutes are approved. Next would be the approval of the bills that were submitted from the last council meeting. You've had a chance to review the bills. Are there any questions on any of the bills that were submitted for payment? If none, is there a motion to approve them?
I make that motion.
Second.
I have a motion by Alderman Dewey Eckleberry, seconded by Alderman McKibben to approve paying the bills for this meeting. Roll call vote, McKibben.
Yes.
Reaver.
Yes.
Stahl.
Yes.
Atterbury is absent. Dewey Eckleberry.
Yes.
Cheryl Eckleberry.
Yes.
Marsh.
Yes.
McGill.
Yes.
And the bills are approved. Next would be the public comment section of the meeting. If there's anyone that would like to address the city council at this time, I ask you to please raise your hand. Seeing none, we will close the public comment section and move into routine business. Item number 1 on the agenda is an ordinance establishing a new interconnection policy, and this basically deals with solar. Right now we have a few facilities in the town that have solar, and right now they're under net metering, which just for ease of talk, if their solar produces 2 kilowatts per hour and they only use 1, they get a credit bank for the other one. But we have a business in town that is looking to install a large solar system, which has the capability of producing more wattage than they use, which means they would like to sell the excess back to the city. Under the current net metering, that's not a good deal for the city. The rate last month, we're charging was about 14 cents per kilowatt. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense that the city purchase the kilowatt back at higher price than what we buy it from IMEA. In discussions with IMEA, they're the ones that kind of give us this policy. And basically what we're looking to do for those individuals that are current with solar, they would be grandfathered in for 10 years. Their rate would not change until 2032. For the new businesses that come online, basically what we're willing to do is have a buyback cost, and our buyback cost would be the net billing from IMEA on a monthly. Last month it happened to be 0.0856 per kilowatt hour. So at that time, we would issue a credit for that amount. Again, it doesn't make sense for us to buy it back for more than we can buy it from IMEA. And that 0.085 cent does not include any taxes, does not include any wheeling charge. Questions? If none, is there a motion to approve the new policy?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Have a first by Alderman Stahl, a second by Alderman McKibben. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. Anyone wish to abstain? That motion carries. Agenda item number 2 is an ordinance amending the code concerning regulation of open burning. We had a meeting with Chief Miller, Chief Calclaser, Ms. Hutchcraft, Attorney Rice, and basically what we're looking to do is just change a few of the things on the open burning policy. You know, currently there are certain times in the year that you can burn trees, limbs, logs, whatever. So we're looking to kind of change it, and what we're looking to do, this doesn't affect burning of leaves. It has nothing, there is no change there. And it doesn't have nothing to do with a recreational fire, but there's some regulations that we have put in here. We're asking that you can continue to have your recreational fire, but it needs to be, the apparatus needs to be no larger than 4 foot in diameter, a maximum depth of 12 inches below the ground, and not exceeding 2 feet from the ground. You can make masonry blocks, you can buy a commercial fire pit, and it says, you know, we're having no burn barrels are permitted to be used for any open burning within the restricted area. And the restricted area is defined as the city limits and 1 mile within the city limits. We have jurisdiction by state law that gives us jurisdiction within 1 mile of the city limits. And here we're going to say all open burning fires must be extinguished at the request of any law enforcement, any firefighter employed by the city of Fairfield, or any city official or their designee. A couple of the other highlights, we're going to ask that all recreational fires be attended, and that you have a way to extinguish them. A fire extinguisher, a functional garden hose, or a water spigot. All recreational fires must be extinguished before 11 p.m. and there shall be no burning from 11 p.m. Through 7 a.m. The logs cannot be any larger than 24 inches to be used for recreational fire, and all recreational fire material must be contained in the fire pit apparatus or a portable fireplace. Attorney Rice, you got anything to add?
Just one thing, you know, some of this is cleaning up some of the language. We went through it in pretty fine detail. One thing, just to point out in case you're asked, as far as like landscape waste, that already is under the EPA regulations. You can only burn landscape waste at the place it's generated, so it has to be like on your yard. You can't bring it in from outside, like other leaves or logs or whatnot. And under recreational fires, you can, you know, buy certain types of logs that you see for sale, but those are like the seasoned, dry kind of logs. But I just wanted to point those two items out. But does anybody have any questions?
Discussion? If no discussion, is there a motion to approve the regulation on open burning?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
We have a first by Alderman Reaver, a second by Alderman Stahl to approve the motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. Anyone wish to abstain? That ordinance is passed. Item number 3 on the agenda is a TIF agreement with Mindy Isaacs. Doug, you want to cover the particulars on that?
Certainly. Mindy Isaacs, as you all know, runs Mindy's Sew Shop, which at this time is right next door to the Chamber Building on East Main. She is moving to the building at the corner of Main and First Street, which was formerly the business at the corner. The corner is closed, and she has bought the new building, she bought that building from them and is in the process of renovating it. Right now, she's gonna have a lot of additional space to do additional things. She's gonna be able to hire some more people And the request is basically for a new HVAC system in it, some flooring and some paneling materials and enough paint to repaint the entire front of the store. Also, she's looking at some restroom renovations for it as well, for at least employee-based things. The total bill for it, somewhere in the vicinity of $45,000, and due to the fact that she is hiring people and expanding her business, it was qualified for a bit more in the TIF percentage. The TIF committee recommendation was for $20,000.
Questions? Discussion? Motion to approve?
I make that motion.
Second.
I have a
Yep.
motion by Alderman Dewey Eckleberry, seconded by Alderman Reaver, to approve the TIF agreement with Mindy Isaacs. Roll call vote, Reaver,
Yes.
Stahl,
Yes.
Atterbury absent, Dewey Eckleberry.
Yes.
Cheryl Eckleberry,
Yes.
Marsh,
Yes.
McGill,
Yes.
McKibben.
Yes.
And that agreement is approved. The second agreement is a TIF agreement with the Mid-East Supply. We're all aware of the gray building that sits on the corner there. They've approached the TIF committee and asked for some funds to help demolish that building. You know, that's a very, very positive thing for that strip of highway. You know, to get the building tore down. Now, they are going to leave the lean-to, because they have cylinders there that they deliver, so, but, you know, getting that building taken down, is very good progress for the city. Doug, do you wanna cover the particulars on that?
Yeah, the request is brought by Alicia Morris and Stacy Medler, who are current owners of the business. As they said, they want to demolish the gray building that he's speaking of. The estimate for the demolition ran anywhere from $45,000 to $50,000, and they kind of need to try to get that taken care of this year, because at the beginning of the year, the rates that will go up that they are charged to get that done. So due to the rush and everything and the good of the city to try to get this building gone, the TIF committee recommended an award of $19,500.
Discussion? Motion to approve?
I'll make it. I'll second.
I have a motion by Alderman McGill, seconded by Alderman Stahl, to approve the TIF agreement with Mid-East Supply. Roll call vote, Stahl,
Yes.
Atterbury absent, Dewey Eckleberry.
Yes.
Cheryl Eckleberry,
Yes.
Marsh,
Yes.
McGill,
Yes.
McKibben,
Yes.
Reaver.
Yes.
And that agreement is approved. Item number 6 on the agenda is a resolution authorizing the destruction of audio recording of closed session minutes. I will turn that over to Attorney Rice.
This is required for the consideration. You're supposed to have like biannual meetings and review of executive session minutes. I believe that this has been accomplished previously, and any that could be released have been identified. I'm not sure, I don't believe we've got any at this time that have currently are being released.
It was decided everything should stay closed at this moment.
Right, so we have a resolution addressing that at this time, and that's the story on that.
Yes. Again, you know, it's, you know, we should follow Attorney Rice and Ms. Hutchcraft's advice and leave them as they are. Any discussion? Is there a motion to approve?
I make that motion.
I'll second it.
I have a motion, we don't
Wait,
need
I
one.
have a motion by Alderman Eckleberry and a second by Alderman Marsh. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. Does anyone wish to abstain? The resolution is passed. Item number 7, the last item on the agenda, is the award of an industrial drive sidewalk
There's two.
project. Did I miss something?
There's two separate.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sure. There's one other one that's closely related to releasing the session minutes, and that is regarding the destruction of audio recordings of the executive sessions. And so, as you know, every time we go into executive session, those are audio recorded, and those are kept. And by law, after 18 months, the clerk is allowed, pursuant to the approval of the council, could then at that time destroy the records or the recordings. Sorry, I'll get it up. Does anyone have any question on that?
At this time, there's 5 that meet that requirement.
Okay.
Need a motion?
Is there a motion to
I'll make
approve?
the motion.
Second.
Alderman Stahl, Alderman Eccleberry. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. And that is approved also. The last item on the routine business is the award for an industrial drive sidewalk project. If you remember, deals with the community college out there by the baseball field and the housing. We was going to make a sidewalk there, and we will be getting some matching or some funds from the college also. But would be pending their board approval. The first time it was brought to, we had the bid opening. The council rejected that because the bid come in like $30,000 above what Dave Connor had anticipated the cost to be. We rebid it and we removed some restrictions, and we had a bid come in, and we said 2 bids actually, didn't we? We had 2 bids come in there, and in your packet you can see, I can go ahead and get the price. One was $57,166.08, and the other one was $42,366.85. Dave Connor's projection that he came up with was about 37,000. 38.
372.
So, we are close to what he anticipated it. It would be paid for by motor fuel tax. Your decision here tonight is it's within 10% of the anticipated cost. We can reject the bids and relet it later, or we can accept this bid and move on. Again, I feel very confident that the college will come up with some funding to help with the cost of it, because it's, talking with Jay Edgar, he doesn't have a problem with that, but he has to get his board approval.
Can you tell us who the bids were?
Kiefer Brothers was
Yeah.
the first bid.
Kiefer Brothers was the $57,166, and Esker and Walker Construction out of Teotopos was the $42,366.
Oh, okay.
It's up there on top of the sheet.
Yeah.
We do not know how much the college would donate to this cause.
No, I mean, and I don't want to put him on the spot, but yes, they're willing to donate. It was, I'm not going to diminish it or anything. It was a little higher on the project for the college, but now they are in negotiations, to look to build a new gymnasium, which would be, a very fine asset for the city of Fairfield to bring, the opportunity to have JUCO basketball. But
Are they far enough along with that, they know these sidewalks are not gonna be ripped out when they do the gymnasium?
No.
Yeah,
If they build a gymnasium, it's gonna go up towards the highway. They still have the housing back there, and I can't remember the road, but it's the one that runs right next by Wayne County Well and the baseball field. They have the housing there for the students. It's beneficial, that a sidewalk is put in there for the safety of the students.
This is gonna be on one side or both sides?
One side.
One side.
Yeah, I believe it would be on the north side and then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then
Next to the housing.
Yes.
So when they build this gymnasium, I don't believe there's a sidewalk going that direction already.
The sidewalks that we're talking about is nowhere near where the gymnasium is
Right,
gonna be.
So, I'm just thinking that that might be something that's gonna be coming down the road.
Well,
too.
I would, and again, I can't speak for the college and their construction or their desires, but I would hope that if they're gonna build a brand new gymnasium, that sidewalks would be part of the project. To walk to the gymnasium
Yeah.
for fans and staff and faculty and players,
Yeah, they're gonna have to have a parking lot and
Yes.
things too.
yes.
I make a motion, we accept the 42,366.85 bid.
I have a motion by Alderman Stahl, seconded by Alderman McGill, to award the bid for the Industrial Drive Sidewalk Project to Esker and Walker Construction Incorporated in the amount of $42,366.85. Atterbury is absent. Dewey Eckleberry,
Yes.
Cheryl Eckleberry,
Yes,
Marsh,
Yes.
McGill,
Yes.
McKibben,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Stahl.
Yes.
And that is approved. This will move us into the miscellaneous section. Again, we have the trick or treat dates that the council has approved. Those will be coming here very shortly. We have the fire department's chili supper. We ask that, everybody get out and support the local fire department with their chili supper. I think you're gonna notice that the orange barrels or whatnot are disappearing. I think, Hal and them are close enough, getting very close to being done with the curbing and the sidewalk. Unfortunately, we'll have to wait till next spring to get Main Street repaved, but, it's in the process, it's there. One other thing that I might add that, maybe some people saw, we're getting our new sign installed by Robinson Productions, up there at the corner of First Street. That the council approved letting them use, a lot there. They're putting the pole in. It's a large pole. There will be some construction hiccups, maybe with the parking lot, but please just bear with it. They'll try to get it up as quickly as they can. The sign, I believe, will be 25 feet up in the air to the bottom of the billboard. Progress, in some's mind, maybe not so much in some others' mind, but, it was beneficial to the city. Again, remember, we got $150,000 to allow that project to happen. And hopefully it takes off and, everybody becomes accustomed to it and it's beneficial to the community. They put several in Mount Vernon, Alany, Harrisburg, so they are expanding and those signs are all interlinked. If a local business wants to advertise on them, they can advertise on in all those particular towns. That's all I have for the miscellaneous.
The Veterans Day Parade is November the 4th,
And
2:00.
anybody else have anything for miscellaneous? Well, there is no need for an executive session, so is there a motion to adjourn?
I make that motion.
I have a motion by Alderman Eckleberry, a second by Alderman McGill. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. Anyone wish to abstain? Have a great evening. Thank you for